The question for this episode is going to be, how many types of events do we have in Lightning? Now the answer is, on the whole, there are 4 types of events in Lightning. The first one is component events, second one is application events, third one is standard out of the box events, and the fourth one is platform events. Now we'll try to understand one after the other. The first one is component events. Let us assume that there are 6 components in hierarchy. So in component 1, we are trying to embed component 2. Now just to add some more context to this, let me go back to my developer console. If you notice it, the component here is init component. I want you to assume this init component as component 1. Now within init component, we have child component. And I want you to assume that this child component is going to be component 2. So within component 1, we have component 2. Likewise, when I go back to component 2, there I'll be having one more component which is embedded, that is going to be component 3. In 3, I'll be having 4. In 4, I'll be having 5. And in 5, I'll be having component 6. Going ahead with the assumption that there are 6 components within the hierarchy, if I want to send information from the parent component to child component, we always have to use attributes. And this is going to be like your waterfall. So from the parent component to the child component, we are always trying to use attributes to push the values. And likewise, whenever we want to send information from the child component to the parent component, we'll be using component events. Now, if I were to send information from component 3 to 2, I'll be using component events. If I were to send information from 5 to 4, I'll be using component events, but I will not be using component events if I were to send information from component 5 to component 3. Using component events, we can only send information from one component to its immediate parent. So the gist is, if I want to send information from the parent component to the child component, I'll be using attributes. And if I want to send information from child component to the parent component or child component to the immediate parent component, I'll be using component events. Now this is what it is going to be when it comes to component events. And now let us look at application events. Let us say there is one more component which is not at all within the hierarchy. We have a component called component 7. Now component 7 is not at all within the hierarchy, which is this. It is completely out of the hierarchy. Now if I want to send information from one component to any other component which is not within the hierarchy, then we'll be going ahead with application events. Now it's always suggested that we try and see that the requirement can be done and implemented using component events. If it cannot be done, it's only then we need to rely upon application events. Now the third one is standard out of the box events. Now what this means is, whenever we try to work with component events and application events, as the first step, we will be going ahead and we'll be creating an event. And just to give you some information as to how we can create an event, I'll make use of file, new, and lightning event option here. This is how we are going to go ahead and create an event whenever it comes to component events and application events. With the third variant, which is standard out of the box events, we don't have to create the event. Events are already created by the framework. We'll have to just go ahead and we'll have to use them. Typical example of standard out of the box events are show toast, navigate to SObject, so on and so forth. Now the fourth variant is platform events. These are a little bit trickier. Whenever we want to send information from Salesforce to external platform, whenever a record is created or updated, then we'll be making use of platform events. Let me give you an example. If I were to send notification to external platform when the stage of opportunity is changed from prospecting to closed one, then I can make use of platform events and I can send the information from Salesforce to the external platform by using platform events. So this is all it is about when it comes to events in Aura components.